Hello, mic check 1 2 3, mic check 1 2 3. Just kidding, I know the microphone works. Path Exiles. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. We are back to the semi-normal schedule because we actually have multiple streams this week. We don't have the extra Friday stream because the last Epoch developer interview has been pushed to April 8th. Because of what we're going to talk about in just a few minutes, I will let everybody filter into the chat before we start going ham with the discussion about the drama of our age. Oh my gosh, it's the biggest thing ever. Right? Right, guys? Okay. Hopefully everything functions properly. Hello. Hello, little kitty. What's going on? Yeah, I've got Kitty here. Hi, Zoja. Do you want to say hi to all the exiles tuning in for today's stream? You want to say hi? Hey, Jeff Hare, what's going on? Yeah, the biggest drama of our time. Hey, Omega Cybers, what's going on, dude? Hope everybody's doing well. I know we have a little bit to talk about with the last Epoch choice. Hey, William Evans. We also have some wicked teasers. Right, guys? Some absolutely wicked teasers to look at. We're getting swords, right, guys? Swords, axes. Grinding Gear Games, what are you doing? What's going on? Is this going to be a huge update? It's going to be a huge update. Hey, Dachi40. Still working? All right, well, I'll make sure. I'll try to calm you down. Hey. 3 classes, no way. Okay. So, on Saturday, we had the hate cast. Today, we're going to have the hype cast, okay? Hey, 18 Mats, what's going on, dude? Are we getting 2 characters or 1? My bet is on 2. I don't think we're going to get 1. I think we're going to get the druid. I'm on the cope. Let's all start giving like those likes, nerds. Yeah, Rhino. Yeah. Like that video. Spread it to more exiles in the algorithm. Wait, Saturday? Yeah, last Saturday. Wasn't the podcast last Saturday? Where we had the hate cast with Dreamcore, Sergog, Localhole, and myself. Where the entire time we were basically talking about, here are all the gripes that we have with Path of Exile 2. Let's air them all out here. Every single grievance. You're going to hear about them today in this podcast. That's essentially what it turned into. Yeah. Hey, Lone Legionnaire, what's going on, dude? Oh, it's 100% going to be 2. Come on, guys. They'd never do that. I main PoE, bought last Epoch last night as I just want something new to play. So happy with today's pushback. Yeah, Mohammed. Yep. Yeah. The kitty cat is rolling around on my lap. Last Epoch delayed. Sergog seemed to be quite pro PoE2. Sergog was the voice of reason. I agreed quite a bit with Sergog in that interview. And I was trying my best to be mediator. It was pretty fun. I hope we are still getting new ascendancies. Yeah, we're getting multiple new ascendancies, dude. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to get multiple. All right. Yeah, are we going to get our own Forge Guard in PoE2? Well, let's start off with that, everybody. Here you go. The latest Path of Exile 2 teaser. And I'm not talking about the cosmetics. Here you go. Let me grab this over here. Path of Exile 2 right here. Okay, latest teaser exiles. Oh, heyo. Look at that. Okay. We'll talk about the last Epoch stuff in a second. Yes, these are new headphones. These are Sony headphones. They last multiple hours. All right, so we have another round of teasers for Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt to share with you. Check them out below. The first, hey, Visceral Sorrow, what's going on, man? Let's go. It has been a while, dude. The first one is Tetzicatl, the Blazing Guardian, which I'm pretty sure is the dude in the Forge map, right? But he's encased in essences, okay? So it's a map boss or an area boss with a bunch of essences. And this area also looks like it's a whole bunch of crystals. So I'm thinking that we're gonna get basically an endgame encounter area specific to Essence, wherein map bosses are going to spawn inside of this map area, and they're going to be encased in essences. What do you guys think about that? So essentially a realm of essence. Yeah, pinnacle essence boss, essentially. So funny last podcast, Jen's being all negative and could tell you just wanted it back on the positive train. I will say this. I am way more positive about Path of Exile 2 than my friends. Like my content creator friends. I enjoy it way more. Yeah, I mean, but I agree with their qualms, right? I do. I totally agree with their qualms. Hey, Vidarvo, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. 5 months. Hell yeah. Let's go. That's November. It started in November. That's when the hype took off like a freaking rocket. I am less dooming, yes. Well, the crab in PoE1 is a unique essence mob, so not necessarily pinnacle essence boss. True. I'm wondering if that's what we're gonna get though. That'd be very interesting. Because what's the wording right here? We have another round of teasers for Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt to share. Check them out below. Dawn of the Hunt introduces a selection of new endgame encounters. Okay? All right? So this is one of a few. Endgame encounters, and what did they label like Zeshtaz and Simulacrum? They label those as endgame encounters. So I do believe this is going to be some sort of endgame encounter, you know? There you go. Okay, and then here's the other big one, guys. Here's another big one. Hey, it's Tubby, dude. Thanks for the Prime, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. And we've got a hype train going. Ready, exiles? It is time to hunt. Speaking of hunting, we're totally getting Einhar in that patch, right, guys? Everybody agrees with me? We're going to get Bestiary. We're going to get Einhar. We're going to capture some stupid beasts. That's my hope, at least. Okay. So here it is. Here's the art for another new ascension coming to an existing class in Dawn of the Hunt. Obviously a warrior. You hunger for power, and by force of arms, you will take it. Take it. So a lot of people are speculating that this is going to be a Forge Master or something. What everybody didn't do that I did, okay? Look at this. You download the image, okay, guys? You download the image because sometimes GGG forgets, and the file name has a special hidden treat behind it, and this one is Jolly Burgundy Rabbit. Yeah, the first thing I always do is download this, and sometimes there's a spoiler. This time there was not a spoiler. It's Jolly Burgundy Rabbit, which I wonder if Jonathan's middle name starts with a B, because I thought, you know, like Jonathan Rogers, JBR. I don't know, but yeah, I tried. Yeah, so I think it's a black guard, guys. What do you guys think about that? Like, this dude looks evil. Look at the sword, okay? Okay, look at the sword. Look at that. That is an evil-ass sword. Look at this. This isn't just fire. This is like crackling evil blood magic coursing throughout this area. Look at that iconography in the back. This looks like some sort of satanic temple, guys. Okay? Come on. It's Tubby. Love your content, bro. Appreciate your positivity and ton of the content. Keep being yourself and don't let the glazer haters get to you. Don't worry, bro. I embrace the glaze. If I like the game, I like the game. I appreciate the prime, man. Okay, so I think it's a blackguard of some sort. Maybe it's a Forged Master. Death Knight, Glaze Enjoyer here as well. Who doesn't like a good glaze on their donuts? Come on. This is an old church. How is that a dark temple? I mean, aren't old churches just dark temples? Come on, man. It just depends on how you look at them. Look at this. What the hell? Come on, Omega Cybers. Look at this temple. Look at this church. It's got weapons implanted in the ground. Dark, evil magic crackling around it. You know, it's ruined. It's got this guy in here slamming an evil sword on an anvil. Like it's a... come on. Come on. Hey, stop. Oh, Smithy Katava. Oh, dude. Dude, what? Did you see the voice line of Ketzuli where he says Smith of Katava? That's probably the name. Oh, the Val God? Oh my God. Oh, I didn't even check. Is there like a Katava thing here? No, I don't see Katava's face. No, I don't see any Katava. Dude, that'd be awesome. That's super cool. That's the red from the Katava corruption. That's true. Hey, come on. Come on, look at that. Come on. Look at that. Come on. That's pretty much the same red, right? Look at that. Isn't that the same red? Look at that. No, it's not the third Marauder Ascendancy. It has to be the Warrior Ascendancy. Hey, Nico514, what's going on? It's totally okay. So Kitava Forge Master, aka Jolly Burgundy Rabbit, that PNG. Okay, guys. So here's the other thing. All right, let's put this guy back. Okay. Are there going to be swords and axes in the next patch? What do you guys think? Swords and axes? I mean, what the hell is GGG doing if there's not? Come on. Thanks for the hype train, guys. Look at this. Sword. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are other swords? 5 swords. Come on. They can't do this. They can't do... Okay. We all say we can't see that many stuff dropping. Guys, I will remind you, this game has been worked on since 2017. 8 years. Okay? What if they are about to freaking just drop bomb wow us in this patch? Ultimate copium. Ultimate copium. They just unleash everything and point. They're like, you know what, guys? You freaking broke the game with a few things in it. We're just going to drop every broken thing on top of you so you can break it all at once. Go wild. Because, okay, guys, what do grinding your games usually do before the patch comes out? Okay, what are their teasers usually like, Exiles? What are they usually like? They're tiny. They're itty bitty. They have nothing of real substance behind them. Okay? Always nothing. They, in one of their teasers, 2 weeks before, announced a new class. Guys. What if they're going wild?
And cunning.
What if this is just the beginning?
A new hunt dawns.
Like, usually this is the little crumbs, okay? If you look at, like, I don't know, like for the big Atlas patch with the Siege of the Atlas and everything, they teased like a half second of the Eater of Worlds. Okay, here. Let's search Siege of the Atlas teaser. Actually, I don't even know if it was called that. Yeah, look at this. Look. Okay, context. This was probably their largest Path of Exile 1 patch in the past 5 years. Besides, okay, maybe Settlers of Calgary. No. This was the largest, okay? This is how they tease that patch. I can go one after the other for these teasers, guys. They do nothing in teasers. Okay, maybe maybe this is ultimate copium, right? Okay, but usually they're tiny. These are big. So what if this is way bigger than we're all expecting? Okay, let's get nuts. 6 classes, 3 ascensions for every class, gender swap MTX, all missing weapons with their skills, economy reset, 3 new acts, improved late camp, proper crafting, drastic balance changes. Boom, 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 boom. Every single one. Hey, Maj, what's going on, dude? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Gosh, I gotta join that Discord channel again. I used to talk with all the people there quite a bit. That is high grade copium, though. But we can believe. You want a wild prediction? 3.26 will come July 25th and capture the 1 year of Settlers meme. That would be amazing. I think Grinding Gear Games should do it just for the meme. A lot of people seem to think that swords and axes are coming in this patch. Okay? 25% chance, maybe? I don't know. What odds would I bet? I don't bet, actually, so I wouldn't bet anything on it. But this is some crazy stuff. If they're coming in this patch, guys, and this is the ascendancy they're releasing, this is the ascendancy they're teasing, guys. Yeah, I think point 2 is going to be pretty big. Okay. I know, it would be really weird. And they know what their teasers do. They completely know how they are framing this. Come on, they gotta know, right? I'd only imagine. I'm still thinking it's arms master. Every weapon type, roughly 10 to 12 squills per. That is a lot. Oh my gosh, that'd be good. That'd be good. That'd be good, Hung. Oh my. Yeah, okay. Those are 2 teasers. You know, they'll be in a video from me if we get enough teasers before the big release. It looks like the cathedral where we fight Kitava. Okay, so we really do think this is going to be. So this is like the altar of purity right here. The cradle of purity, whatever it's called. This is a church. I mean, that's a hammer, right? That's a hammer. Everything else is not a hammer. Everything. In current PoE2 fashion, they are going to release the new Ascendancy, focus it around swords, but not release swords. The hammer is the only thing he's wielding. I guess technically, he's not wielding the sword, he's crafting the sword. I mean, you're right. I think it's probably going to be revolving around fire, because fire doesn't have a lot of love right now. But, I don't know. I like his face. I like his face a lot. Craftable, unequipable swords confirmed. Yeah, we're going to get Energy Blade in Path of Exile 2, guys. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Crafting bench hint. That's the thing that I really like to see. Go back to Kitava. This dude took it seriously. I love this art as well. Yeah, big crafting bench hit. Lightning. I hope it's around lightning and ice. Well, no, we're gonna get more fire stuff for the maces, bro. He's so angry the game doesn't have swords yet. He makes them himself. There you go. There you go. Fine, I'll do it myself. Energy. Okay. All right, guys. We also have one other piece of news to discuss. I feel like I'm inclined to do this as an ARPG creator. Okay? All right. Sauron, aka Grinding Gear Games, viciously forced 11th Hour Games to move their date and delay the launch of Season 2, the long-anticipated Season 2, by about 2 weeks. It's actually 2 weeks and 2 days. Launches on a Thursday, which is way better than a Tuesday. And they actually put out a message explicitly saying this. Explicitly saying this, okay? I have thoughts. Let's read the message first, just for full context for everybody in the chat, okay? So, the situation, February, here's the real situation, just by the way, that people like to not talk about. February 19th, Grinding Gear Games says we're releasing PoE2 in about a month. Approximately 1 month, okay? February 27th, EHG, April 2nd is the day we're launching Season 2. March 11th, GGG say we're launching April 4th, okay? Obviously, they had to push the date back. Obviously. They definitely wanted to launch probably like March 21st. That's my guess. March 21st, March 28th. But they couldn't push it any further than April 4th, right? They couldn't push it. The week after, if people don't know, that's like national holidays in New Zealand. There's also Easter, right? And people are yearning for an update. They are going 4 months without an update, guys. That's insanity. 4 months for the early access game that was supposed to get rapid changes. No update, right? They launch April 4th. Everybody begins calling Grinding Gear Games Sauron and the bad guy and a bully and mean-spirited and trying to curb stomp EHG, destroy Last Epoch. Oh my God. I don't think that's true. I think that it sucked ass. Did. But what are they going to do? They're going to hurt their own game massively for Last Epoch. Probably not. Probably not going to do that. They chose what was best for them. Sucks for people, for players, right? But it was what was best for them. It was going to hurt them. It was going to hurt EHG way more. Super sucked for EHG. The biggest losers of all this is EHG, okay? All right? Everybody comes out, you know, content creators are making videos, you know, people are talking about it on Twitch, Reddit's blown up, Twitter's blown up, Facebook's blown up, everywhere's blown up, right? And then today, EHG comes out with this statement. Hello, travelers. We've recently learned that our friends in the ARPG space have chosen a release date just a couple days after ours, which would divide the player base and hinder the success of our Season 2 launch. Last Epoch is still a smaller studio in this space that looks toward each of its launches as a way to continue to sustain the studio financially and work on the things that we are most passionate about. It is with a heavy heart that we are forced to move. It is with a heavy heart that we are forced to move our release date of Season 2 Tombs of the Erased to April 17th. As we adjust our launch date, we invite our community to help us spread the word so that everyone can join in the Season 2 experience, a massive update to Last Epoch that we're thrilled to share with you. Judd Mox, Game Director. W statement from EHG. A good move from EHG. It was the right thing to do, unequivocally, given the situation they were in. They were going to get smashed by GGG. They were going to lose a substantial amount of money. This is the right idea. 100%, right? What I don't agree with is with everybody with the malicious crap going on, and I've lost tons of respect for Grinding Gear Games. Like, I just don't agree with that, guys. Maybe I'm crazy. Like, it sucks for EHG, but I don't get the whole, this is a pattern, this is GGG trying to snuff out the competition. I don't think so. I think it was just a crappy situation GGG felt forced into. They made the call that best benefited themselves, which is what any company would do. Anybody in their position here, anybody would do that. And then EHG made the big ball decision and delayed. That's something that not everybody would do. This is, a ballsy decision. I think it's the right decision. We'll see if it pays off. Yeah, okay, I'll read the chat now. I have not been reading the chat. Let's see. Are people tearing me a new one? Let's see. Because I think a lot of people heavily disagree with me. All right. Let's see. Last Epoch is our friend. EHJ is so smart. The state is perfect. Tinfoil hat one. EHJ did this all on purpose. Free PR. Oh my God. Tinfoil hats. Do we have any new communication from GGG? We just had a teaser yesterday. People haven't played Last Epoch for so long they've forgotten why they quit in the first place. I remember why I quit. I felt like it was too grindy. Far too grindy. Nah, you are right. EHG is doing the same thing to Torchlight Infinite. That's another layer to the story. Torchlight Infinite launches on the 18th. The 19th, right? The 18th. The 18th. Yeah. Who cares? Let's just all play Diablo 4. It's the best game of the three. First name, you absolute goat. GGG become villain, or they just do their best to make player get the update as soon as they can? Exactly! I don't think grinding your games is villainous. I just don't agree. So many of my lovely content creator friends, who they're great. I love talking to them. I love their videos. I so heavily disagree with the take that grinding your games, like I led at the front, is Sauron. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, if that's how you want to paint grinding your games, go for it. I just disagree. Once that cat needs to get out. Hog fell off the deep end again. Yeah, I sent Hog a message because every single time he sends any public message about PoE2, he's trying to dunk me, which is crazy because I thought we got along pretty well. But the dude hates me now, and it really sucks. Like every single time. Like I was in Aaron's chat the other day talking about Last Epoch, and Hog hopped into the chat and he starts like dunking on me for no reason. And I'm like, man, I must have said, well, I know what it was. It was me saying, PoE2 is designed in a different way from PoE1. If you hate the way PoE2 is designed, it might not be for you. And that made people very upset. It made him upset, and he has not stopped ramping on that. There was some tweet today where it's like, Localhole was talking about how, oh, you can't critique. I hate when people say you can't critique PoE2 by bringing up PoE1 stuff. And then Hog obviously was like calling me out saying, yeah, it's like people who obviously, don't play ARPGs try to bring their insight to it. Like people who said they played Diablo 2 when they were an infant, which is something that I said that on the podcast with Hog, but I played it when I was like 4 with my dad. It's like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. So, drama. So I stopped playing 2 months ago. GGG was praised back then, came back now, and everybody hates GGG. What exactly happened? Why the shift? What did I miss? They chose to launch their next season, their next league, Dawn of the Hunt, on April 4th, which was 2 days after Last Epoch's big season 2. The devs have been working on it for 9 months, and everybody was very excited about it. But people were going to go play PoE2 either. A lot of people say it's just because it's the bigger game and it's more financially lucrative. Personally, I think I'd have more fun playing PoE2. A lot of people disagree, and they see Last Epoch as the more feature-complete game, and they're more excited to play Last Epoch. So, yeah. That's basically what it is. What? Some posts are depressing. Oh, Logan Luther, are you talking about like the account lockouts? Yeah, dude, those suck. I don't know why that's like still such an issue. Why can't I get this? I can't copy it from my other thing. This? Yeah, this is horrible. I hope that they can scale up their support staff ASAP. Like my brother-in-law has a way less worse scenario. He like just isn't getting his merch from the supporter pack, but they obviously got slammed with requests. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But Hog is right. Try PoE2 is like having a second job, unlike last Epoch, which is fun. If that's how you play the game, I just don't play the game. I don't know. Guys, I just don't play games like that. You know, you can play games like that. If I'm feeling like I'm playing a game and it's a second job, I'm not playing the game. I don't know what else to say. I just don't. Games are subjective, right? There are plenty of people who don't feel that way. If you feel that way, you can express those feelings, but you don't need to constantly dunk on other people and be shitty to them. Especially if you thought, you know, you were friends. It doesn't make any sense to me. PoE2 is amazing. It just needs more stuff. That's basically that's my opinion. There's also the fact that they need to make a decision on, they're going to be zoomy or are they going to embrace the more methodical gameplay that was promised? And if so, we're going to find out in point 2. The question is, how many new players were they really expecting for a season 2 in last Epoch? I think they were expecting quite a bit. They were going all out on their like marketing and everything, and even like their trailer, guys. Look at the 2.9 billion views on this. That's crazy. 2.9 million views on this trailer, guys. That's huge. That's Path of Exile 2 numbers. I think probably Path of Exile 2 helped last Epoch a little bit because it brought a whole bunch of players into the genre that wouldn't otherwise be playing ARPGs. Trailer has 3 mil. Oh, crap. Dawn of the Hunt is a new league, Sir Pete Sampra. Yep. You can dunk on me all you want, PKs. I just, you know, I don't know. I don't like to dunk on my friends, really. And, you know, I don't really like dunking on anybody. The only people I try to dunk on are like, you know, the general manager of Diablo. That's it. I dunk really far up. EHG's message about moving their date was super gross. I kind of hope Jonathan calls them out. Sir Kayan, the thing is, they're doing, okay, I don't think it was gross. They are leaning into what the entire vocal ARPG community has been saying for the past 7 days since GGG announced this date. That same line of almost every ARPG creator, I can name a few that haven't, you know, basically said what they're saying, right? But there's not many. They are being really smart here. This was a huge organic, no conspiracy theories, organic marketing stunt that definitely helped out EHG. You know that people are going to buy supporter packs in higher amounts than before, I think, at least. I think if people are going to put their money where their mouth is, right? That's the thing. Even in the comment section of my videos, you guys, like people are saying, yeah, I'm not going to play PoE2. I was going to play last Epoch. Don't. PoE2, it can wait. It's fine. But I don't think it was gross. 2.9 million views and we can't play it? Okay, well, we're going to be able to play it April 17th. Jolly Burgundy Rabbit, maybe an anagram for the class? No. Oh my god. What does Kitava kind of look like, guys? Jolly Burgundy Rabbit. What does Kitava kind of look like a burgundy rabbit? Oh my god. A jolly burgundy rabbit? Come on. Come on. Look at it's like a rabbit. Like a rabbit, guys. Come on. By the way, we're having a podcast with Lupi in about 20 minutes, which will be fun. We're going to chat about stuff. GGG had this date for the patch months ago. Disagree, Nathan. They had an approximation for the date. I don't think that they knew that it was going to be on this day until probably a few days before their launch. I think they were debating between March, late March, and that day, and they chose early April. We're going to listen to my favorite music, guys, okay? Druid confirmed his rabbit form. True. That'd be great. Did you manage to figure out why Dorian says finally the demon of Atzoatl has finally come for me? Bah, I believe so. Because we go back to the year when the Atzoatl incursions happen in Path of Exile 1. So Doriani somehow knows about the Atzoatl incursions. I'm all seriousness. Do you feel like you're getting overworked lately, trying to keep up with all the content you want to produce? Yeah, I haven't been able to write any scripts lately. I have like a sponsor that literally reached out and was like, yo, where's my script? Where's my script, yo? And I'm like, oh crap, I need to get that. I need to get that out. I definitely do feel overwhelmed. Yes. Especially last week, I was on the verge of like, oh my God, between my job and my kids were sick, and then I got sick, and now my wife is sick. I was overloaded, but my wife said, cut it out, chill out, you're okay, just reset, don't quit anything, don't send people messages and everything, because I had to like cancel my podcast last week because of my kids, and then I got sick. And on like Saturday, she was like, don't cancel anything, just keep going. Of course I'm going to do my sponsors. Of course I want to do my sponsors. But I was a little overwhelmed. See ya, Visceral Sorrow. Take care. In the time it took EHG to make this patch, GGG put out a PoE 1 league, PoE 2, PoE 1 event, and now EHG wants them to wait around because they finally put something out. Right, guys, like, yeah. It's just an unfortunate situation. Yeah, but I think, yep, it's an awesome line. It is. Hey, Scrag, what's going on, dude? Oh, this is so good. This music is so good, guys. Oh, it's just beautiful. Working late. Oh, amazing. What's the best way to reach out to you? I'm looking to be more involved as a YouTube editor. Build out my portfolio, so I'd love to offer some free services. The thing is, I can edit. You'd be surprised how fast I can edit. But my email is the best way. talktotry@gmail.com. Editing, I'm actually pretty good at. It's my script writing that takes a while. Because I don't do anything too fancy. I can't remember. Did any of us Kickstarters for EHD get anything special cosmetically? I just did the supporter packs. Beyond that, I don't know. Morwork is 100% right. It's simple. If they put it out in the second, they lose money. That's the bottom line. Streamers also drive a ton of numbers into the game, and they wouldn't have hype. Yep. True. Hey, Prince Alden, what's going on, man? I can't wait to fight Lumarius in the Beast's booty hole. Guys, oh, I just hope we get new acts. I was listening a little bit to Darth Microtransaction and Ghazi talk today. They were, I don't know. Tell me if you agree. I want to hear from the chat. DM was essentially of the mindset that they kind of need to focus on endgame. And new acts and everything are secondary. I just disagree. I don't know, guys. Like, I feel like endgame is going to be like the 1.0 thing. Why wouldn't we be focusing on the core of the game right now? Why is everybody so focused on the replayability of the game? I don't know. I just feel like we should be testing the big crap out. I feel like endgame is going to be so malleable. It's going to change so often. Why in the world are we going to try to do a whole bunch of iterations of endgame right now? You know, let's get in the things that are always going to be in the game. Acts 1 through 6 and the classes. I feel like that should be the focus. I think I might be alone in that, but let's see. Let's see what you guys think. I'm kind of curious. 100% need to focus on endgame or player count falls off the planet. I mean, but does it? Apparently the endgame was shit and they had 300,000 players like 2 months after launch. Act 4 is coming. DM is in the grinder camp. He totally is. He plays like all day. It's his full-time gig. Definitely need to fix the endgame. Okay, well, okay. Endgame, agree with try 100%. I think release more acts equals more bosses, including endgame map bosses and monsters. Adam adapted. I saw you in the chat, Adam. I saw you typing in DM's chat. You probably know what I'm talking about. I totally agree with you. Yeah, Brown-Eyed Aries, bring more stuff for us to test to see what works. I think building the content will naturally flesh out the endgame. Yes. That's why I think they need to test out endgame. No. Adding acts will allow them to add content to the endgame, such as new bosses and areas without potential spoilers. I want acts. I want stories. Squirtle Squad, let's go. X Toxic Bows. Oh, new acts low in the likelihood. Oh. I don't want to see any more acts until the full game releases. Oh my god, Anime Princess. People are not going to come back and play the Sane in-game 2 leagues in a row. Well, okay. How much do people think they're going to work on the... Guys. Oh, GGG. GGG. Okay. Anime Princess. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out, Anime Princess. I'm gonna be mean, but I'm not actually being mean. You are the problem. Anime, I can't pull you up. I can't pull you up because I don't know how to do that. I'm not fancy. But you said, what did you say? Shit. I hope you know I'm joking. People are not going to come back and play the same endgame 2 leagues in a row. We're not supposed to be in like a league cycle. I don't like what Grinding Gear Games has done. They've like turned it into the full release of the game when it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be putting out the base game content, building it up to the actual release of the game, and then getting into the league cycle where they're adding new league mechanics and new end game systems that aren't already in PoE1. If they're gonna be in this, like, we gotta fix the end game so that players come back, like, and play the end game, no, I just don't agree with that. But they have people thinking, yeah, it's, you know, we're treating it like a full game. We're not going to do balance passes in the middle of the league. You know, we're focused. We're going to focus on that game. Oh, but new classes, new skills, new balance, new acts, The flow from Act 1 to Act 6 into the endgame, that is what I thought early access was about, what the beta was about, but it appears in many people's eyes that's not the case. It's go vote in the poll. All right, where's the Hero Siege greater than PoE2? That is funny because I tried Hero Siege out actually Sunday night? I don't know. I only played the first area, so I don't really know. I don't have much to say about it yet. Oh no, did I scare Anime Princess away? There's Anime Princess. No, okay, good. How many people actually want to learn campaign more though? I actually kind of like doing the same story 2x so I can learn it more easily. I want more campaign! The campaign is the best part! I want more campaign. You might be in the minority. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people actually might be on my side. If they delay a week, there's no way they delay a week. Yes, give me more lore. Yes. I need to vote in the poll. GGG needs to focus on. Oh. Classes and acts. That's right. That's right. Classes and acts, baby. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The campaign is fire. You would love to be able to play the campaign in a cruel difficulty when the game comes out. My brother said the same thing. Yeah, I really, you know, I think that they should be testing acts and not pushing this endgame stuff, guys. I'm probably wrong. You guys are probably right. They're probably going to do a whole bunch of endgame stuff because that's what people really, you know, fixated on. But I disagree with it. And obviously my decision is not nearly as valid as GGG and, you know, the bulk of the community. That's just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. I want to stress that. I agree with Anime Princess. I just want more campaign and them getting those last 3 acts, all the new skill jump, blah, blah, blah. And then when it's all 3, focus on endgame. I think you agree with me. I think you agree with me. They should get the axe out, all the skills, and and then end game. Because guys, what do we want? Them to be like reformatting the end game and stalling out the release of the full game? And them just like redoing the same crap in an endless cycle? Or do we want the full game to come out and then new leagues for PoE2? Like actual new mechanics, not towers. I mean, remember guys, remember what we have right now. We have towers. That is our end game. And that is the end game that is staying. You guys got to remember that. Like, if towers were going, we'd know it. Towers are not going, guys. Unless there's been some drastic changes. Towers are here to stay. They're going nowhere, okay? And it seems like they're functioning the exact same way. So, I don't know, guys. I just... okay. There we go. That's a little cozier for me. A little bit cozier. Don't look through the art book if you want spoilers. It has spoilers. Don't do it. Big spoilers in the art book. Hot take, the clear speed was never supposed to be there in the first place. You might be right, but then why does breach exist? Yeah, the vast majority of votes are in favor of acts and classes. We are a small sample size. Maybe I'll do it on YouTube. Yeah, getting to that point it's going to be inevitable, right? But the whole point of Path of Exile 2 was supposed to be a power reset, you know, a power creep reset, strength reset, and we are there instantly. Endgame should be balanced like a set of scales. Instead, it's a seesaw. Endgame feels like they need the most focus. Armor felt great in the campaign, but look how poorly it scales on maps. Yeah. Endgame is a slog. Acts were fun. Got to ask, though, lore-wise, doesn't seem like our characters got nerfed PoE when we fight gods and Cthulhu monstrosities. PoE2, we are cleaning up after the vow. That's intentional. They wanted to nerf our characters' power lore-wise. That's true. I think they basically copy-pasted Breach and genuinely forgot to balance it. Very possible. Very possible that happened. I wouldn't doubt it. I think that happened with Ritual and with a lot of stuff in the Trial of the Sekima as well. Is oh god. Is the Ranger the same Ranger from the first game? No, they're different characters. Different characters. Oh, it's a popular theory, Bit Fury? Oh, I didn't know it was a popular theory. Well, we basically do kill a god, you know? He's a false god. But we do basically kill that sun god. 02 launch date. Hey, Diggly Flaps, what's going on, dude? 02 launch date 11/26. Oh, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Rage bait used to be believable. I don't mind blasting, but I think the ramp up to it needs to be longer. 100%. 100%. Much longer, in my opinion. How can you make a slow endgame, though, given your character is already at least a bit powerful than in the campaign? Increase the power of the monsters, decrease the speed of the monsters. Increase the strength of the bosses. Why am I insta-giving bosses? They're bosses. I'm killing them faster than some rares. What's going on? What is this? They need to buff the monsters. They do. You know, in Diablo 4, when you're building up in strength, the bosses take a long time to kill. But they have zero mechanics. In Path of Exile 2, there were supposed to be interesting mechanical boss fights. But right now, they have the mechanics there, but they don't have the strength there. And you just kill them. That's what I think. The original plan was Crowball was a human turning into a god since the beast was gone. That's cool. I'm so glad they delayed 1.2. I've been waiting so long for this patch, and EHG absolutely deserve all the support from us in our time. I agree. The delay is good. It's W. But if that's the case, then what's the point of being level 65 plus if you play like level 20 plus, for example? I think no, you do increase in your power initial M3-1. The curve just needs to be slower. You know how when you get out of Act 3 and into Cruel, it's almost like a flip switches and you're just killing everything. And then if you know what you're doing and you get to endgame, the same exact thing happens. It's basically the same the entire time, right? Until you get uber level of power where it's one click and you clear an entire screen, right? I think the curve just needs to be flattened out a little bit. Like it's like this. It's exponential almost, right? It's like the campaign like this, and then boom, it just flies off, right? I think it just needs to be perfect. It's very Path of Exile 1 like, even though it's not like Path of Exile 1. Path of Exile 1 is way faster, and I didn't realize that until I went back and played Path of Exile 1. That game is... I'm not going to say it's jumped the shark. That's just what Path of Exile 1 is. Path of Exile 1 is a zoomy-ass game. It's quick. As soon as you get out of Act 1, you get Leap Slam, you get a movement skill. Oh my god. You are flying, flying, flying. Wow. I mean, max DPS, I don't think so. I just think the bosses need to be tankier. That's it. Especially since we have the ability to like choose the difficulty of bosses. I'm shocked how close together in like health they are, really. Except the last tier. Like the last tier Arbiter was the only one where I had like a prolonged fight and I loved it. Had a full ass fight going on. It was amazing. It was a long battle. I don't know if we've watched it on stream, my first Arbiter tier 4, tier 5 kill. But it was glorious. Super glorious. Okay. All right, we have the podcast starting in just about 2 minutes. We're talking to Lupi, okay? For those of you who do not know Lupi, okay? This is Lupi. Wow, if you search Lupi, my stream comes up first. I'm sorry, Lupi. And if it's Luppy, I actually, you know, now I'm forgetting. Now I'm second guessing myself. Luppy or Lupi? Yeah, I'm still doing hardcore. We had a lot to chat about. With the desktop. Yep. This is, look at this. 24 videos, right? All right, 24. And only 12 actual videos. He has 12 streams too. Pretty cool. He made some awesome guides. He popped off with this. I did 60 trials of chaos, so you don't have to. Was it worth it? 322K views. Oh ho ho, look at that. Big. He is the Omega Blaster, all right? I mean, 60. Is 60 a lot? I don't know. Maybe it's not a lot. I think it was a lot back then, back when he posted it. And these videos are all great. Every one of them. I have not watched these two, but I have watched the rest of these. So, all right. Let's see. Evening T Giant Spain. Oh gosh, you know what I just realized? I got to make sure that the pod is actually set up properly. Oh, not Ghost a Hole. Uh-oh. Ghost a Hole. No, we don't want Ghost a Hole. Man, my cat screwed up my nose, guys. She got hair all over my hand. Now I have a super sniffly nose. Okay. Whoa, look at that short name. Oh my gosh. Lupe. Watch it be like Luppy or something. Okay. All right. I think that's everything. Still sane. Good there. Good there. Good everywhere. Okay. I'm blaming the cat, dude. It's the cat. I swear my hands are all messed up now. Goodness gracious. Okay. I think we should be good to go. I think. Let us see. All right. Okay, let me find the DM chat with him. Where is he? So many DM chats. There he is. Yo yo. Lupi. Oh no. Oh, that'd be a mistake. All right. Lupi's ready. Now I'm scared. Gotta ask the pronunciation. Lupi. Oh no. All right, where is the video call? Here we go. Pop out. Gotta move my thing. Oh, whoa! I love your environment, dude. It's awesome.
Yo, what's up, man? Thank you.
Oh, it's good. I love the crystal and that art.
Yeah, a little salt rock.
Yeah, that's really good. Second, let me make sure.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfectly set up. Awesome. Is that are those like posters on the wall? I saw one of them moving. I'm assuming it's because there's a fan or something.
Yeah,
oh, those are
like,
okay.
Tapestries.
Oh, tapestries. Dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Did you make them yourself? I have to ask.
No. Oh
Okay.
no.
All right.
No, they're I do have some. I do some photography. I've got some artwork. You can't see it. Obviously, it's on the behind my monitors. But
Oh,
no, I did not
beautiful.
make these.
Oh, well, they are beautiful, and
But,
I'm sure your photography is beautiful as well. Chat, how's Lupi? Or I was just debating this. I'm pretty sure it's Lupi. Is it?
yeah, you got it right.
Oh,
Yeah, Lupi.
okay. All right. People were saying it was Lupi, something like that. So, how does he sound, you
Yeah.
guys? Too quiet? Too loud? I think it's too quiet. I think you're too quiet. I'll change you on my end though. I can alter it a
Yeah,
little
do
bit.
that. If I
All
need to
right.
change it, I can add a gain or something. But
All right. How's it, you guys? Do a test one.
testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You
Mic
guys were also
mic check.
talkative a second ago. What's going on? There's 382 of you. Let's go. Good. Just maybe +1. Good. Good. Perfect. Okay. All right. All right. You're already getting compliments, Loopy.
Nice.
All right, dude. How's it going? How you feeling?
It's going, man. It's going. I'm excited.
So am I, dude.
The little teaser we got yesterday is hyping me up a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? The first or second? The Essence one or the other one?
Both of them, but the second one especially.
Okay. Okay. Why? Why is that one piquing your interest?
I am a sword enjoyer. And I'm hoping for swords.
So you're a believer.
I'm a believer. Yeah. The sword has got me excited.
You think we might get swords in this patch?
I mean, I think it's very possible. Because of this, the image they released, the blacksmith guy, but also like a while back when they did there was another little teaser about like a gladiator helmet. And I don't know, I always think of gladiators using swords.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like another little, I think both of those combined, I mean, I think we might get lucky. I don't know.
I mean, if we don't get swords and axes, maybe even axes, I'm shocked at what GGG's doing with these teasers. Because they know what they're infamous for, right? They're just going in. Just here's a gladiator helmet, here's a sword, and the warrior ascendancy teaser, and in the mercenary one, there was also a dude wielding a sword there. So.
Yeah. The guy he's commanding has got a sword. Yeah.
Well, I'm curious. You're a sword enjoyer. I gotta ask, because I haven't tuned into any streams and I've just seen your videos. You've only recently started making content with Path of Exile too. You've only got 12 videos out. Have you been a long-time ARPG player? Did you play Path of Exile 1? What's your journey looked like so far?
Man, I mean, I play all kinds of games in variety. I actually have more hours in PoE2 than I do in PoE1 by like 100 or something.
Wow.
And I played a lot of PoE2, to be fair. It's like 700 to 600 or something like that. I played a few leagues of PoE1, but I wasn't there for like the first half of PoE1. Like I was a pretty late joiner, and I don't know, it was like a really deep system already, and I feel like I learned a lot of it, but it never like really caught me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. You didn't get the bug. They didn't get your soul, even though, did you ever reach like the end game?
Yeah. I mean, I did a lot of the end game. I didn't do a ton of bossing. My favorite mechanics in PoE1 were Delirium and Delve.
Okay.
I've always played Cyclone, and I just liked spinning and just going in straight lines and
nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. What gripped you with PoE2? Did you just hop in right when it was, releasing into early access and super?
Yeah, I mean, so I've got a bunch of like IRL buddies that play PoE1, so there was a bunch of hype in like our little friend group for PoE2, and then I always kind of off and on make videos for stuff that we're playing, and for me, I mean, the campaign was amazing. The campaign was phenomenal. And then, for a while, I really liked the end game too. It wasn't until like, I don't know, 500 hours in that I started to kind of catch on to some of the things that maybe they could do a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That happens though. I mean, when you're playing that much, see, I'm of that. I was in a podcast on Saturday, and some people were calling it the hate cast, right? Because there's all these people, they've been playing Path of Exile 1, they played Path of Exile 2, and they
Mhm.
love these games so much, but they express that love through criticism and like, I just
Mhm.
want to see this change. And of the 4 people on the pod, I was definitely the most positive about the game. And I appreciated the videos I saw of you, because you were like taking the game as it was currently designed and like squeezing
Mhm.
all the fun from it. And I like the currency strategy videos, farming the Trial of Chaos too. I love that sort of stuff, because
Yeah.
even though a lot of people have a lot of distaste when it comes to how the game's currently designed, I still feel like there's a bunch of fun in there for tens of
Oh, yeah, I
thousands, if
mean,
not hundreds of thousands of people for a stupid amount of time in a 4
I
month
had
span
I
of the
had
game being
tons of
out.
fun.
Yeah.
I had 700 hours. Okay, it was I say 700 hours because that's what Steam tells me, but really it was probably more like 450 because I was AFK editing and
Right.
selling items and stuff,
Yeah.
for a lot of that. But I mean, I had tons of fun, and even with the end game too. I mean, I didn't so like in all of my videos that I made, I kind of a lot of the currency testing stuff, I kind of told people what would be the most optimal way to do it, but I was never really doing it perfectly. I was
Right.
kind of doing it like the Alk and Go strat, like
Mm-hmm.
kind of the more modest, something achievable for everybody, that
Right.
kind of technology, because I couldn't be bothered to go and do the super and min max tower strat where you're doing all the maps you don't like,
A
and
fellow
then you go
soul.
back,
I also
do all
never
that
did that.
stuff. Like I couldn't be bothered to do all that, but I could be bothered to just play a lot,
Yeah.
and that was kind of the strategy I did.
Which I know you said this in your currency farming video. Which strategy did you find the most fun out of everything that you tested? Delirium, Trial to Sekima's farming, Trial of Chaos, all that stuff. Which did you enjoy the most?
Well, if okay, so if they would fix the way you pick up loot for Breach, I would love Breach the most, but I couldn't be bothered to pick up all the splinters every map and go back through. Like you do the whole map worth of breaches and then you go back and you have to pick up the whole map. I couldn't do that. So my favorite was Expedition and Ritual. And then I would use like a Delirium Waystone on top of that. So I would kind of do all 3 together at the same time. Um,
Okay.
but I
Yeah.
liked all 3 of those. Actually, pretty much all my currency came from Expedition. Like I
Really?
probably really didn't make very much from Ritual. I just like reinvested all of it into doing the Pinnacle fight and didn't make anything. But I did all the Pinnacle fights I did for Expedition fighting Olroth. I think I got 2 of the Timeless Jewels or whichever unique jewel it was that came from Olroth. And
Oh,
those
very
both sold
nice.
for like 45 div or something. So that was like enough to get my whole build going.
That's crazy money.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Hmm.
insane. Which
Yeah.
which build did you find the most fun? I know you played the Demon Mommy, right?
Yeah, I
Anything
was a
else?
demon form enjoyer.
You were.
So my first character was a warrior. I
How'd
got
that go?
warrior to end game and very quickly made a new character. And then I made a monk, but I chose the other monk. I chose the Chayula monk, and I got that character to end game. And I was doing Flicker Strike on
Okay.
my monk for a while. That was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. But then I tried some other stuff and kind of just bricked the character as soon as I stopped using Flicker Strike, and then I made my Infernalist,
Okay.
and my Infernalist definitely was my favorite character out. I mean, that was the one I stuck with. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
You
the
enjoyed
Infernalist was
just the
awesome.
demon form. Like, I haven't touched it yet, so it looks so fluid and everything. I
Yeah.
watched all 3 races, and by far
Mhm.
like the smoothest looking were definitely the Infernalists who use the demon form, and
Mhm.
they're just casually sliding past everything with the wings. Does it feel that fluid to play
Oh,
just in the regular
it
endgame?
feels it feels amazing. Like, 'cause in PoE1, you have tons of movement abilities, right? There's all kinds of movement in PoE1, and it didn't really. I mean, unless you have Temporalis or like Flicker Strike in PoE2, like there's not a ton of like dashing around, and I guess Shield Charge and the Leap Slam all the speedrunners were doing, but the movement on the demon form felt so good. That was actually what made me want to try it.
Oh
And
yeah.
then once I started dashing around as a demon, I couldn't play anything else at that point. It was over.
Oh god.
Yeah,
So I
it
need to
was
be
over.
careful. If I test her out, I'm not going to be able to go back to anything else next week.
Yeah, once you go demon, that's it.
Okay. All right, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind
Hmm.
for that next league, dude. So I feel like we're close enough. We're like a week. Yeah, it's next week at this point. I feel like we need to do some predictions for this league, dude.
Is it
like,
that soon? Oh my gosh, it is.
Okay,
27.
it's 9
Ooh.
days. It's 9 days.
Ooh.
That's pretty close, though. I mean, so agree or disagree? I think that this is the most important patch of early access because it's setting everyone's expectations of what GGG can do as a company. A lot of these people have not experienced a Path of Exile 1 launch, and I know you've set up, you've played a few, but like every live stream, everyone's always in awe of what they're able to do. I feel like they need to replicate that magic for this Path of Exile 2 patch.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people playing PoE2 that this is their first experience with a game like this. I do think that, like, you're right. A lot of people are like have really heavy expectations for this patch, but I do also think everyone needs to like remember that this is just early access. Like the game could be completely flipped over.
Yes, please.
By the time the game comes out, like
I hope
we don't know
over this patch, dude. Honestly,
yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I really enjoyed it, but I do think, especially in the end game, they could make some adjustments. I think this Greater Essence thing that they leaked is actually amazing.
Yeah,
because that was a huge problem I had. Was there was I think in my 700 hours I seen like 4 Greater Essences, which
oh my
is
god, dude,
crazy to me.
Wow.
Maybe I'm just unlucky, but yeah, I just never seen these things.
Yeah, I'm doing like a hardcore run, and I've found a Greater Essence in my hardcore run, which is crazy. So yeah, and I think I found a good chunk. I'm hoarding them though. I haven't sold any of them. But yeah, that encounter. What do you think it is? Just judging from the teaser.
I mean, it's a unique essence. It's tough to see. It's tough for me to tell if this is like an essency map or if all these crystals in the background are, because normally there's like multiple mobs crystallized around the main one.
Yeah.
So I can't tell if it's like its own map or if it's just, just a unique essence. I would love to see more essence stuff in the Atlas tree.
Yeah.
Maybe there'd be a way to like guarantee some unique essences in like a boss map or something. I don't know. But that'd be cool. Just any way to see more greater essences would be awesome.
Do you think there's a chance that they split it out into its own essence tree and they turn this into like a pinnacle encounter similar to Zesht and Simulacrum and everything? Because that's what I was thinking too. I was going in that place like, oh my gosh, this is an essence map, shards, crystals everywhere. There's, maybe multiple unique bosses. Maybe my mind's going wild. But they also like teased their reworked Atlas tree.
Yeah.
And I saw Strongbox and Shrine and like
that
size notes.
Bottom left corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see any like essence. I don't know. Are essences in the bottom left corner? I can't remember.
I think essences are like in the top right.
Okay,
and
so
then there's also a node in the boss Atlas section that's like guarantee an essence on your boss map or something like that.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
It'd be just to see more greater essences would be awesome.
Right.
I kind of wish that they would change. So I've kind of thought about greater essence because I really miss scouring orbs, because without scouring orbs in the game, like we kind of have to pick up billions of white bases or like buy a bunch of white bases all the time. And and it'd be nice to have some way to like restart an item.
Hmm.
I kind of like the idea of greater essences being that medium where you can use a greater essence and it would like be kind of like an old school essence from PoE1, like it would chaos the
Yeah.
item with
Would re-roll all
with
the
a
mods.
modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you prefer the 'cause I actually just had a debate about this. The scouring orbs of old versus the importance of base items of today. You'd prefer just be picking up those and being able to craft on one item base essentially. And once you have that one base, you can basically toss, rares to the side if orbs of scouring aren't super rare, right?
Yeah, I mean, because like the way it is right now, I know like my end game filter after all the time I put in, my end game filter was basically just perfect white bases, and
Mm,
like the rares were so like almost less important than the white bases because you could almost have guaranteed profit from the whites. There was people buying like perfect wands, or
yeah.
I can't remember the base names now because it's been like a month. but
Yeah.
you could sell white bases in bulk and make like pretty solid
Right.
profit,
Yeah.
especially towards the end. Everything was going up like crazy. But
Still, man.
I
Jesus.
was under the impression that we were going to be picking up way less stuff in PoE2, and it never really felt that way because I was always picking up all the perfect white bases all the time. And maybe it's probably also a T16 problem.
Mm,
Whenever you're running T16 maps, level 82 maps, uh, you know, well, I guess they're technically tier 18 because you're
18, yeah.
16 +1 +1.
Yeah.
But when you're running and you're getting all the level 82 base drops all the time, maybe if I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't have all these inventory full of white items. But
It's a good way to make profit, but still, like, it's kind of weird that those are the most coveted things, and then the rares usually aren't valuable. Like, I probably picked up every rare quarterstaff I found that was a gothic quarterstaff or a slicing quarterstaff all throughout my time in Endgame, and I did not find a single one that replaced the quarterstaff I bought on trade,
mhm.
after giving in finally and just buying like a 700 PDPS quarterstaff. That I just I don't like that. Like, I was picking up tier 4, tier 5 quarterstaff, and it's like crappy rolls. I just feel
Mhm.
like maybe they need to make ground loot a little bit better in some way, or just for those tier 5 items that you find, the better mod, like, they know the good mod rolls. I don't know. I know there's millions of
Yeah.
people playing and those good items exist, and I'm just not lucky enough to find them. But it does
Yeah.
feel bad never finding your own upgrade or even crafting. Like, I did kind of what you did, picking up like the white items, but then I used them myself, and I used a
Mhm.
bunch of essences to like craft
Mhm.
whatever the physical essence was, to try to get a good fizz roll. Dude, I didn't get a whole quad tab of them.
Mhm.
I got one that was like an 80% fizz, and the rest was
Yeah.
lower, or it was physical damage as mana or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. So
Yeah.
I feel
I
you.
don't think I did any crafting at all because I mean, I tried,
It hurts.
but ultimately I used the best deterministic crafting in the entirety of the game, and that is the trade site.
Yeah. I know.
uh, it was I think I literally got every single piece of gear from the trade site, and
It
I
is
mean,
easy.
it just I tried actually on my first two characters. I remember my buddies giving me a bunch of crap because I kept saying like, "Oh, I'm just gonna craft everything. I'm just gonna be a crafter," and yeah, that ended up being the complete opposite of what happened.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, there's just not the
I mean,
options. I'm hoping
yeah,
they introduce a few in this patch. Now, some people think that this Forge Master slamming a sword on the anvil is hinting toward a crafting bench. Lupi, are you pro
ooh,
or anti crafting bench?
I mean. it's hard to not agree with the crafting bench. Like the crafting bench was great. I mean, it is kind of what runes are, right? Maybe they just need to expand on runes some more, or like make some more runes, some more soul cores or something. But I mean, the crafting bench was great.
That's one of those things that, yeah, I know that runes were trying to replace crafting bench, but in this
Yeah.
case, and in a lot of cases, I prefer PoE2 to PoE1, right? But man, in this one case, I'm just like, that's just objectively worse what they're trying to do here. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I've explained it to my friends too, my IRL friends, who also, opposite of your friends, never would play Path of Exile 1. Got them all to play PoE2, and now they have like triple my hours. They love it. I've explained to them what the crafting bench is, and they're all like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, what? You're telling me I could add movement speed to these perfect boots that I slam with an X and I get, you know, life regen tier 1 on? Oh god.
Yeah. But what if there was a movement speed soul core?
See, right? That's the thing. They would need to massively expand that out. I feel like that would work. Like, I guess it would work, right? And
they would just need to add so much more.
Right. There needs to be like a huge number, and it would turn into, you know, an economical thing, right? It's not necessarily something that you can guarantee, like the crafting bench. It's something that you would need to farm out. Like, with a movement speed soul core, don't tell me it's going to be dropping from, like, I don't know, the Trial Master at a 2% drop rate. Don't do that, Grinding Gear Games. I know you're thinking it. Okay. Like, that's the only problem I would foresee with that. But I mean, soul core farming, dude. You know, I don't know if my dad looked at your video or not, but he has perfected the Trial of Chaos farming strategy, and he's like a machine. He gets on at 5 a.m. He farms the Trial of Chaos for the soul cores of that's a Pook Fleet, whatever. I think the Magic Find ones, you know?
People, the Azkapas, people loved that strategy. And I think it's because you just use the currency exchange. You don't have to know the value of anything. You don't have to have played PoE1. You don't have to know anything about the game. You just get soul cores and they turn into exalted orbs.
Yeah.
So
it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And right now, dude, you said it's been a month since you played Path of Exile 2, right? Right?
I hopped on for a little bit when they did the race. I did the first race, and then a little bit before that when they did the tower little teaser thing. I hopped on and played a little bit there because I wanted to like double check all the tower layouts and see, like, is this as bad as I think it's gonna be? And actually I don't think it's quite as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
All right, let's actually dive into that then. What are your thoughts on the tower changes in towers? Go for it, man. Sound off, King.
Okay, the one map, there's one tower map that's absolutely terrible. The one that's like the base tower map. I can't remember all the names of them, but
Lost
got
Towers?
the narrow hall. Yeah, Lost Towers, that one. That one's atrocious. That one will be bad for every sort of mechanic. But like for the most part, the rest of the tower maps, like I just blasted through them, and I was full clearing the tower maps because I didn't want to just run through it like we always have been. I was full clearing it because now we're gonna have to kill all the rares, and I wanted just to see how long it was gonna take me. Like all the tower, they took me like 3 minutes, like maximum.
Linear.
They're very linear. And for the most of them are pretty open too, honestly.
The triangle one, especially, like the pyramid.
Like unless you get unlucky with where it spawns, which that can happen on any map. You know, if your breach spawns on a wall on any map, you're gonna be bummed out. But like the layouts weren't terrible. They're better than some regular maps, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. We're talking about you, Meyer. We are.
Yeah, Meyer. Yeah.
I mean, Meyer has the bad layout, and it has the stupid purple flower people. Holy crap. Please, GGG. Those were enough in Path of Exile 1 and Affliction. You brought them back for Path of Exile 2. Oh, those are... On Death Effects, Lupi, what's your thought on those? I haven't had this conversation in a while.
Well, I cheated because my build... So, like, for the first two characters, the the monk and the warrior, I was feeling it. But then they kind of nerfed it a little bit. They nerfed the undeath effects a little bit. And then my final build, which was the demon form, flame blast, and I used the gloves that converted fire damage to cold damage. And then my support on one of my supports on flame blast was frost nexus or something, something worded like that. So I was freezing everything and shattering everything. So there was never any on death effects for me.
Oh,
so
dang it!
So
man.
I didn't really, yeah.
You're like one of those dirty ice strike monks. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. You might know one of those, I think, right?
I do know one of those. Gosh, everyone's playing ice strike monk except me. I went Tempest Flurry, non-stat stacking, jank ass build, Arbiter of Ash, man. You like that fight? You don't like that fight?
So to be honest, I mean, I never really got to fully experience it.
Oh yeah,
like that's kind of the bummer. But I've seen videos of people like actually playing, you know, like I watched Quinn do the fight, right? And I've seen videos of other people like actually playing it out. And I think that is, in my opinion at least, like that's the vision. That boss fight is probably what they're aiming for when it goes how it should probably go when people aren't just one-shotting it.
Yeah. Dude,
I think it looks like a good fight. They just need to make it tankier.
Heck yeah, because by the time you get to it, on some characters, you're trivializing the tier 0, and then by the time you get to the next Citadel set, you're trivializing the tier 1, and it's just it's rough. I've watched my friends trivialize it, but I did it the ethical way, and it's a very fun fight, right? And it feels so fulfilling once you overcome it. I hope that is the vision. I really do.
Yeah. Do you think I've been thinking about like how they intend to fix the boss fight, and other than like bringing people down, like bringing player power down, I feel like the boss fight should start at like tier 3. Like tier 3 power should be the first one you fight, tier 4 the second, and then make like tier 5 and 6 even more crazy.
I think even more not exponential, but definitely a huge amount more of health, because we saw, I was wrong. I said Lily was doing this. It was Connor Converse, one man. He was one spark, killed Arbiter max tier. Oh my god! Like, I feel like I just feel like that max tier of the boss should be, you are gripping your mouse, you're like white gripping your key, like tapping your keys. You're in the moment fighting it. Like, it should be intense. I know everybody doesn't like that, but I feel like with the way Path of Exile 2 is currently balanced, those moments are going to be really rare, because even though I would love them to slow down the game with the clear speed and everything in endgame, I don't think that is going to happen. But I think they can achieve that in these boss battles where you're so much more isolated. It's you versus one other foe. It's an arena. They can balance all around that. The pack encounters, though, I'm a little less skeptical on. How are you feeling about the speed of the game itself? I know you've played Path of Exile 1, you said. I mean, that game, very, very fast. Path of Exile 2, it was always sold as, all right, we're going to break. This is our reset. It's going to be more methodical to start. We'll get to Path of Exile 1 levels eventually. Heck yeah. But I feel like we started and we're like almost there already with Temporalis and all this other stuff. How you feel about the current pace of the game?
Yeah, I'm kind of well, I mean, there's not a bunch of mobility, so I'm not surprised, I guess, that there's like at least an option. At least Temporalis is really, really expensive.
Right.
I feel like as far as map clearing goes, if they're going to keep the end game the way it is, like how we have to travel great distances and clear all these maps to do anything, I feel like like clearing maps needs to feel really good. I think like the Ice Strike, Herald of Ice, or the Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ice thing is like probably going to get nerfed.
Yeah.
But I do think that's what felt the best. I mean, that's what looked, until it gets too crazy, I guess. Like people who just hit one mob and the whole map dies. I guess that's a little out of control, but having some kind of proliferation in your build is almost necessary for it to feel really nice. So I feel like the map clearing needs to at least be that fast. But I think that the bosses are what need to seriously be like
Juiced.
buffed up and juiced, and
Yeah.
the boss fights should be these epic encounters. I actually kind of had me and some buddies were talking about an idea where it'd be cool if these tower bosses that they're adding, if there was some way to juice them up like really crazy, like if the more maps you do around the tower or something makes the tower bosses more juicy and drop more stuff.
That'd be super cool.
Because it would kind of like, it would give you another incentive almost to I mean, people still wouldn't like that because people don't want to do the bad maps anyways. Right. Like, I guess that maybe that wouldn't be a good idea because people just want to do the maps they like. I don't know how they're going to get that into the game though.
Dude. It's so
tough.
With
the current layout for endgame that they've got. Like, we're just doing all the maps. It is what it is. Yeah. I've had Valve factories with like 6 mechanics on them, like 6 Elon Musk things on them, and I just don't do them. I just skip them. It's like, I don't know.
I mean, it's the enemies that take forever to spawn pisses me the heck off. Why are normal mobs ever invulnerable? Come on, guys. Like, the robots rolling off the walls and everything. Yeah, I feel like if they're gonna have this like Civ board style atlas, right, where like you said, we're traveling vast distances to get places, we should have some more ways to interact with it besides hopping from map to map to map, like literal items that we can use to edit the maps, like change one map into a different style of map, or connect different points on the atlas, or maybe we get airdrop from Doriani and he can move us from one part of the map like to 20 nodes away, like cool stuff like that. I know that sounds crazy, but that's something I think that grinding your games, if they lean into this style of game within a game and they want to embrace it, they could totally try that out. Or they just throw this away, which honestly, Lupi, I think they're probably just going to I think by 1.0, I think they're going to trash it and replace it with something else, like they've done with Path of Exile 1's endgame for so long. And that was a little bit of a chat that I'd love to get your opinion on. Early access. Okay? Everyone right now is heavily critiquing the endgame experience, right? Like you said, you played it for 500 hours before you realize, oh, there's problems, okay? Towers and the way that bosses are scaling, all this stuff, right? But what is the point of early access? Would you rather them focus on reiterating and revamping the end game right now, or getting like the acts out and getting the classes and skills out, and then launching the game and then iterating on the end game in leagues like they did forever with PoE1? What do you think should be their primary focus, or what would you personally enjoy their focus to be? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this.
Well, they definitely need a good campaign. Like acts 1 through 6 need to be perfect, because for a lot of players, like sometimes the blasters forget this, but a lot of players play the campaign and then they don't even care about the end game. Some people just play the campaign and then they're done. I think there's a surprising amount of people like that. But I do think they do need to make some changes to the end game. They need to like at least have a good base to build on. I'm not sure if what they have right now is a good base or not. I mean, it's just hard to say. We don't know what they're cooking. There's obviously things we don't know, because there's the 4 things you can put in, like the 4 slots when you put your waystone in. So there's got to be something else that goes in there. Maybe the question is, what is it?
Yeah, maybe they're gonna bring some scarabs in, give you a little bit more agency.
Yeah, I mean, if they like a perfect example would be if we could just turn maps into our favorite layouts with some other item or something. Like some kind of vol item that changes the map completely into whatever you want. They do need also, I've heard you talk about it, the charter thing where we can connect a map to another map. Yes, we need that 100%. Oh my gosh, the amount of times where I've just had these awful random dead ends on my atlas is just it's like an open prairie. Like why I can travel through the mountain, but I can't go through this area of grass. Like I don't know.
That the generation needs to improve, okay? Or we need a way to connect these nodes, because I have ran into the prairie thing with citadels. Oh my god, no way. Like, you know, I'll spend like 3 days, you know, over the course of the week, you know, an hour each day getting to this place, and then I click the tower that's like right in range of it, and I expand it out. Oh no, there's no connection anywhere. Oh gosh. That's one of the Josh Strafe Hayes, you know, he first popularized this, in my opinion. The quit moment, you know? A lot of people's quit moment in Path of Exile might be when they're first opening up the passive tree. Well, my quit moment is when I use a tower and then I see a citadel has no connections to my atlas, and I'm like, all right, I'm done for a few days. I'm out.
Yeah.
I really want to fight this.
And that's after spending like 3 hours to get to that. You know, you've seen the beacon out in the fog. You spend 3 hours farming around a mountain to get to it. And then you get to like a little, it's definitely something with the generation of the Atlas nodes or something. It's not doing it right.
Please.
And either fix, maybe they can fix that. I feel like the easier option would be just to give us a way to connect stuff.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah, because you could also be, you know, cheeky with it too. You don't need to do it between two nodes that just do a node that isn't connected to your atlas. You could also do it to like skip over like a Val factory that has 6 mechanics. You just don't want to do it. You just connect this node to another node that's nearby. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. I think the more ways they give us to like manipulate the atlas, the better. Honestly.
More agency. I think that's the big difference between other games and Path of Exile 2 is we have very little player agency right now. A lot of it is random, and it's just like sprung upon you. It's either random or you got to use this tower system, right? And even the tower system is random. So rough, very rough.
Because I really like Delve in PoE1, and that's like kind of similar to the Atlas, but in Delve you're just going in a straight line the whole time. So it's like probably more like people probably like it a little bit more because of that, I guess. But I like the idea of the Atlas.
I do. And I like that it is different from other games in Path of Exile 1.
One thing I didn't like about PoE1 is that the meta just becomes run the most efficient map for whatever it is you're doing, run it 100 times, and then your build is done, or whatever, you know, 1,000 times, and then your build is done.
Right.
And I like the variety. Yeah. I like the variety. I just give us a little, like 75% of the maps are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the 25% when you get stuck on them that really suck.
And it's a minefield of them too, I swear. When you get into a Val Factory minefield, you're not getting out for a while. It's really rough. Now for point 2, what are some of your big predictions for this patch, dude? We know Huntress is coming. We know Spear is coming. I guess maybe, are you going to play Huntress, or does it depend on what other options are available?
Well, the top 2 choices for me would be, if Druid is out, I want to play Druid, and if Swords are out, I want to play Swords. Okay. Those are going to be the 2 like things tearing me to pieces. Like, which one of those do I choose? I'll probably go with Swords if both options are available to me. I'll end up playing both, but I'll probably start with Swords.
Yeah, start with Swords because you won't be able to move from Druid to Swords, dude. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, once I start playing the Druid, it'll be like the demon form all over again.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the opposite. It's the big bulky bear or whatever.
Yeah.
There's
There's like in the top left of the passive tree, there's like this little claw. There's like a claw of nodes for attack damage. It's like up in the top left of the witch area. And they've been taunting me the whole early access so far. I'm just like waiting to be able to use those.
I can't see them not do. I know everybody's like, oh, well, they would have led with the druid teaser instead of the huntress. No, I am holding out hope that they're saving it for the day. They want to create the most buzz that day. If they release druid on the reveal stream, live stream, I feel like the buzz is just going to be incredible. You know, they keep it under wraps the whole time. And then if they do swords too, dude, I mean, it's going to knock people's socks off. So
I've got a lot of copium for this patch. I think it's going to be bigger than people are maybe giving it credit for. Like, because they said that they haven't, in one of the teasers they posted, they said that they were keeping all the big changes under wraps. And it's like, what's bigger than like more ascendancies and classes and support gems?
Remember that, guys. Remember that. They said they're keeping stuff under wraps until the reveal, okay? And they've already shown the Huntress. That's my thing, dude. Because in the Path of Exile 1 teasers of old, they always showed like the little things or the confirmed things in the teasers. And then on reveal day, it was all of us just, you know, mouths agape for 45 minutes straight. And they've already shown the ascendancies. They've shown the Huntress. What is going to be like? Do you think they need to work on endgame? What do you think they'll add? Maybe more mechanics from Path of Exile 1? Do you think we'll see the inclusion of that boss that happens after Arbiter? What do you think is going to happen there?
That guy has got some hype. That's all. That guy has an aura, is all I'm saying. He is he's cool. I don't know if we're gonna fight him or not yet. Okay. Although that would be cool. I think they may be holding that up. They do need to spread the hype out a little bit. I think I don't. So the only reason I would maybe think we wouldn't get Druid this patch is because playing Demon Form, and like in my comments and stuff, there are tons and tons of bugs with shape-shifting, especially for console players. Like console players have an awful time with Demon Form. Like every time they go into Demon Form, it'll turn off all their spirit gems and like any minions or anything. Like everything just gets disabled. So I think there was maybe some fixes for. There was also for a long time you couldn't be in Demon Form in Trial of Sekima. I do think they fixed that.
Oh God.
Yeah. When it would do the reverse time thing towards the end of the final floor of Trial of Sekima, it would just close your game, and you just couldn't do it. And then when they fixed that, then you could go into the fight at the end there, but it would like just kick you out of Demon Form, which is awful because you have all your Demon Flame stacks. So then you just have to like walk in a circle for 3 minutes getting stacks again. But that's the only I'm really hoping for Druid, but that's the only reason I would think. I mean, I guess there's also that could just not be ready yet, but I'd be surprised if they have all these other ascendancies ready and not Druid. Because there's already been some videos, like they've already teased Druid, so
dude. And they said first two classes are gonna be Druid and Huntress. They're right there. Yeah. And you're right. 2023, they released that Druid video of bear form. Just ever since then, I've just wanted it so bad.
There's 6 classes that we're expecting, right? Six more.
Yeah.
So if they did 2 per patch and like released an act per patch or something, I feel like that would be enough hype. And then also like another league mechanic or something on top of that. Like that would be enough hype to get people to play every single time.
Oh, I think so. Easily. What do you think in Steam player numbers here? People coming back or people just playing? What do you think? Do you think we're going to break the concurrent record, which was 576,000 or something like that? Or you think it's going to be less amount?
I don't think the hype is going to be the same as the original hype until the free-to-play launch.
1.0. That's going to be stupid.
The free-to-play launch is going to like crash Steam or something. It's going to be insane. Because I mean, just think about how many people. It always blows my mind, people paying for early access. But it almost actually, to be honest, early access nowadays, what does that even mean? Like, is Path of Exile 2 already out? You know, are we even like, the way people treat it, they treat it like it's already out.
They do.
So, you know,
GGG do too.
it kind of feels that way. Yeah, I mean, because also it's not like GGG treat us like beta testers.
They're not right
like
now.
if they were treating us like beta testers, we would just have free re-rolls on our characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They would like want us to test everything constantly.
Yeah,
but
yeah, they're not. Yeah, I'm thinking. What did I say the other day? Like 420, 410. I think is my prediction. I think it will be pretty high, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be 576,000. I don't think we're going to break records or anything.
Yeah, maybe like 75% of the people that played it. Yeah.
Then I think a lot of new people will come in, and obviously we're going to get supporter packs. Oh yeah. Will I buy that? I don't know. Maybe.
I got the big pack in this last one, so I'll probably be just chilling on this one.
I got the big pack too. I love my art book. It's beautiful. I also got the Kitava plushie. Did you get the Kitava plush? Probably not. You're not a PoE1 enjoyer, but
no.
Yeah.
I mean, Kitava's cool. I got his statue in my hideout, but I didn't get any of the stuff.
Dude, that's so true. I haven't put those up, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I haven't.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, Hillock and Kitava and Dominus. Or no, it's Malachi. I think it's Malachi. Maybe it's both.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't put those up. Dude, thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot.
I'm one of those nerds that just like sits in my hideout and decorates and stuff. Like
very nice.
I gotta have it looking nice for when people come in to trade me, you know?
There you go. Do you have a stupid efficient hideout where like everybody is within like a meter of each other, or is it, more decorative?
Or a mix? It's pretty efficient, but I do not allow it to hurt my immersion. It's got to be immersive for me when I'm in there.
Okay. Which one did you go for?
Oh, I'm using the beacon of salvation.
Beacon of salvation. Okay. Do you boat race?
The expensive one. So I don't know what the deal is, but my boats don't work.
Oh.
I get on the boat and it crashes my game.
Oh no.
So I just never used them.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
GGG must know about that. That's probably top priority right there.
I did pay a lot of money for that hideout.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. And obviously Act 4 is going to come with some boat encounters. I'm sure. I mean, are you keyed into what Act 4 looks like, or are you kind of blind as to what it is?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about Act 4, honestly.
All right. Well, I don't want to spoil anything for you. I'll stop.
I did read something somewhere that I don't know if GGG are still planning this or not, but maybe you know a little bit about this, but are mounts supposed to be in Act 4?
No, there's one mount that has been teased, and it was teased in like March of 2023. It's Summon Roa. And it's just like a Roa that you can ride. It's a gem. Okay. It's a gem that you can equip. And it's a minion. And when you're riding it, you don't get a movement speed penalty while shooting and moving.
Okay.
Which is pretty crazy.
So it's like a ranger thing. Okay.
Right. Yeah. It can be it's like ranger. I wonder if it works on crossbow. I presume it will. I don't know about spear, but just any ranged thing. But then if you get knocked off it, or if it dies, you get heavy stunned. So there's like that trade-off. It still seems really busted, being able to move and attack.
Might be a way to make your character immune to stun or something as well.
Right. And then just play out that, like, all I can picture is Angramus just, getting on top of this Roa ASAP and just sprinting through, and then, only killing getting level 10 or whatever you need for perfect strike or some shit to fight Doriani.
Yeah. 1 hour axe, all 6 axe speed run.
Just zooming through on this Roa, perfectly dodging everything, no hitting the boss fights and everything. I can see it happen. Did you? So I know you said you participated in the first one. Did you finish out, or did you tap out?
Oh no. I got to like, it was an awful run. I got to like halfway through Act 2, and I was like, "There's just no point. I'm just gonna watch the rest of it." It was rough.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it. I'm curious because I did watch all 3, and I thought just until like Angramus finished essentially, and I thought they were. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Like I like was doing other stuff while watching it, but I still thought it was pretty exciting. It wasn't like a slog or anything. What were your thoughts on the race and like the strategies used by all the players there?
I mean, they're a bunch of Chads. That was impressive. Like, it's also very, because I mean, a lot of these guys, that's all they do. You know, that's just their gameplay loop is practicing the racing, and more power to them. But like, that is not my cup of tea. I was really surprised that I thought GGG would do like a Twitch drop or something.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that would have been so smart for them to have done a Twitch drop. The viewership would have skyrocketed.
Oh, yeah.
And people would have, I feel like that would have been a nice in between, because people were really upset that there was only going to be a reward for first place. I feel like they could have done a Twitch drop, and then that would have been like everyone else's participation trophy, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've ever done that before for racing or anything, but I was surprised they didn't do something like that.
Maybe for the Gauntlet, they've done Twitch drop. I can't remember if they've done Twitch drops for the Gauntlet or not. But for an official hosted race, I'm sure they've done them in the past, but those are usually around league launches. But I've come more to that point of view. When it first came out and I recorded my initial reaction, I was just like, yeah, this is so awesome. You know, best of the best. I'm totally going to participate and I'm going to try it out, blah, blah, blah. But then as we got to the day, and I had like a pop-up thing occur, and I couldn't, participate at a family thing. And I watched these guys, and I'm like, what? I can't even do this in like 10 hours. I probably can't do it in 10 hours right now. What is the point? Like, I kind of see people's point of view, like, this sucks. The game's been out for 2.5 months, and they're running an event, but it's only for, 50 people out of millions of players. I understood people's point of view a lot more than like my initial reaction. And it did kind of suck that more people can participate, especially seeing how they used to run Path of Exile 1 races way back in the day, where they were a lot tighter. And, just if you finished, you would get something just to showcase, hey, I was here and I had the fortitude to go through and finish this out. Because this is it's a marathon for a lot of people. Anger Must, 2 hours, 13 minutes. But a lot of people, not 2 hours, dude. Oh.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they do, like, it would have been. I'm a sucker for stuff that goes in the hideout. Like, I remember in PoE1, one of my buddies has like every league, I guess there's like a trophy you can get if you do all the challenges.
Yep.
And my buddy has like every trophy that's ever existed for PoE1.
Well,
and I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. I hope they do stuff like that for PoE2. The sooner they do it, the better, because like all the stuff, it's just, I mean, it's something that you can get now that you can never get again.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just, I don't know. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff.
Dude, I am a challenge enjoyer in Path of Exile 1. I'm totally in agreement. I think it's egregious that there wasn't something for this league, like a little commemoration, trophy or statue or something that you could earn. The challenge system in Path of Exile is like ahead of its time, where it's all totally free, and you just complete these various tasks in the game, some that you get naturally, some that you can target, and they've been doing that for like since your buddy started playing, probably in like 2013, I think is when they started. That is so cool. I'd love to see that. And I know that they said they're going to do it starting at least in 1.0, but I totally agree with you. They should start it sooner. That'd be super cool. Great incentive for people to play.
Especially since like the people playing now were the ones who paid for the game. I mean, I guess theoretically, like they gave, like, to play in early access, you got $30 worth of points or whatever to spend on your stash. And if you're going to play the game, you're going to spend those points anyways. So it's kind of still free to play, I guess, if you look at it like that. But
I think it's a pretty good like money investment too, dude. Like a lot of people, I love the guys. Played 600 hours and I hate the game. It sucks. And I'm like, come on, what is this?
You played 600 hours.
Like, come on, guys. You like the game. You come on. You modestly enjoyed the game, at least for a little bit. Hopefully, otherwise, don't play 600 hours. Don't do it.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
mean, being
well,
one of those people, I can say like,
yeah.
I played that much. It's got problems, but it was still a phenomenal
Okay.
time, you know, getting to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Game has problems. It's the worst state it's ever going to be in, as the great Zizarin said. And it's just going to get better from here. Essentially, it's going to change a lot. Now, it would be
That's a good way to
remiss
look at it.
if I did not ask you. Are you going to try out Last Epoch when season 2 hits? Now, April 17th, not April 2nd.
I seen that. That's it's going to be like I don't know, because I've never played Last Epoch before.
Okay.
I've watched some videos of it. The trailer for it looks amazing. Like the trailer that's got millions of views that they did. The trailer looks really good, but I mean, it's gonna depend, I guess, how PoE2 is going at that time. Yeah, it's one of I just don't know. Like, I want to say yes, but if PoE2 is still hyped 2 weeks in, I'm probably just gonna keep playing PoE2.
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm familiar with.
I totally get that. Yeah, it's that was. We haven't had a good bout of drama like that in the ARPG community for quite some time. I mean, a lot of people really, really left.
There were some upset people. Yeah,
there were some. I'm one of the minority that thinks it was overblown, but hey, you know, it's okay. It's okay. People like games. I like my games, so
I kind of agree with you. Like, things happen, life happens. I don't think anyone's trying to sabotage anybody. Like, it kind of just is. It just is what it is, you know.
Yeah, I don't. Just don't think these companies are necessarily like that. I think it's this is what's best for us. We're doing this. It's not we want to F you over completely. We're gonna launch our game right when your game's launched. I don't think it's like.
I mean, I've never played Last Epoch, but when I watched gameplay of Last Epoch, and then I watched gameplay of Path of Exile 2, like, I don't want to hate on Last Epoch, but it just PoE2's graphics and like how smooth the gameplay is, I feel like PoE2 is just like a future generation of ARPG.
Yeah.
It's like not really a competition, I feel like. So
that's the real winner, just for me personally. Like, a lot of ARPG players, they absolutely love systems and the games and crafting and, you know, depth of character customization and flexibility and end game and all that. And Last Epoch does have that in droves, but you are right. Explicitly. I mean, the impact in PoE2, the animations, the graphics, they're all superior. I think I mean, it is a subjective thing, but objectively, like, it has way more money into it, way more time into it, way more investment, and you can see that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a shot, chat, saying you're throwing shots. I think that's true.
It's like a studio and a money thing, right?
Right. They're scrappier. One day,
like, there's PoE1, there's PoE2, and Last Epoch probably falls somewhere in between the two of them.
Right. Maybe one day, you know, when Last Epoch has at least Last Epoch 2 coming out, same scenario is going to be happening, you know, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. So,
yeah.
All right, Lupi, is there anything else? Path of Exile 2, ARPG, anything else you wanted to chat about today, man?
Oh, man, it's been nice chatting with you. I'm freaking excited for the 27th, man.
I know. All right.
I've been like out of PoE for a bit, and I am ready to get back in.
All right, we will absolutely have to reconnect after the 27th. See what went on. See if see if we hyped it up appropriately. If we underhyped it, overhyped it, everything. So this is great,
Lots
man.
of hype.
Thank you so much for hopping on the pod, and everybody in the chat, everybody in the VOD. I will have links to all of Lupi's stuff, his stream, his YouTube channel, in the description below. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to him. I'm sure you're going to put out some banger content when Path of Exile 2.2 hits.
Looking forward to it. Oh, yeah. Right. Looking forward to it.
I did 60 trials of the ancestors, so you didn't have to. Was it worth it?
Yeah. Yeah, I hunted
Awesome, man.
all of Einhar's beasts for you.
Yes, hunted every single beast so you don't have to. It's gonna be awesome, man. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later, dude.
See you, man.
Bye. All right, chat. W or L? I swear to God, if I see a single L. No, I'm just kidding. That was awesome. Lupi's so cool. I'm so glad we were saying his name correctly. Oh, that was very fun. Yeah, thank you, Omega Cybers, for sharing that in the chat. I think he has a Twitch. Can we shout out Lupi on Twitch as well so you guys can follow him? Let me see. I know he streams on YouTube. Lupi. Oh, you shouted him out twice? Awesome. Hell yeah. Very cool. Thank you, Omega Cybers. Yeah, he just, haven't played a lot of Path of Exile 1. Well, in 600 hours, so. But brand new content creator Path of Exile 2. His stuff is awesome. Make sure you check it out, okay? Super cool content. Awesome pod. All right. Yes, that was super chill. His aesthetic was awesome. I'm jealous of these aesthetics. All right. I feel like my aesthetic is not as chill as Lupi's aesthetic. I'm very jelly. Very jelly of the aesthetic. Okay. Okay, guys. There was some news, right? Right. There was some news while we were chatting, right? No, there wasn't any news. I could start by not saying jelly. Come on, Bit Fury. It's just the way I speak. My pizzazz, you know? I'm gonna say pizzazz. Should I say Riz too? Aesthetic. Aesthetic? Oh, I said aesthetic? That's pretty funny. Okay. There was no news, guys. Now that is a big L. Dang it. No news. I don't think we're gonna get anything today. If we were probably gonna get it a few minutes ago. Oh, I hope the energy was up, you guys. This is like later than my podcasts usually start because I had to adjust my time. So that was really good. Lupi was great. We'll have the VOD uploaded probably tomorrow or the next day. Oh, I need to ask Lupi for a pic. Where's Lupi? Okay, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? You guys aren't fighting. No, blood. Not blood, no Mega Cybers fighting. Oh, looks like you guys have patched it out. Great. The big reveal is next week, guys. It's next week on Thursday. I'm gonna stream, guys. Guys, this is gonna be the first time I am going to stream the reveal and all the patch notes. We're going to do a live patch note reading. Yes, this guy. You're not going to tune in to the mechanical masters. You're not going to tune in to the far more knowledgeable people. Me, okay? You're going to listen to this Dumbo read the patch notes, right, guys? Right? Totally. Music is loud. Sorry about that, bro. I turned it down. Oh, it's because I had Lupi on. My bad. Thank you. I'm going to run down those patch notes. It's going to be great. You'll be there? Yeah, you guys better be there. I'm going to hype up the patch notes like no tomorrow. Every tiny buff, everything. Going to be great. Oh, please be good. I'm sure it's gonna be good. Thank you for letting me know. No, I had the volume turned up for Lupi. Yeah, yeah, hit everybody. Hit them all. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's see. Oh, I'm ready for sweeping changes. My analyses will be on point, trust me. Okay? Just gonna be I'm gonna be spitting facts, okay? Gonna be good. Let's see if you can get a bunch of the previous interviews to come discuss with you. Could be a fun screen. Oh, we're gonna have a good chunk of people coming back to the pod. We got a lot of people who are ready to return. I'll just say that. A lot of people are ready. They're ready. Okay. I hope Einhar's pun is this patch. Yeah. Hunt. Blah. I think that they are very confident in what's in this patch, and I think it's going to be bigger than what we expect. Can't wait to get told I'm an idiot for liking or not liking anything GGG does. Don't worry, I'll be calling everybody out in the chat. Don't worry, guys. You know how I do it. Okay. Well, exiles, it has been wonderful this fine evening. We have a triple stream week this week. I'm streaming today. I already streamed today. Tomorrow and the next day. So make sure you come tomorrow night for our chat with Fearless Dumbo. And if you don't know who Fearless Dumbo is, guys, he single-handedly fixed crossbows in Path of Exile 2, okay? Gonna be a fun stream. Gonna be really fun. You guys better tune in tomorrow. He's gonna teach us everything, all the secrets. Okay, let's see. We have got some people. Who shall we stream? Who's streaming some Last Epoch? Anybody streaming Last Epoch? Semicat. Anybody new? Datmons. Perry the Pig. Let's I'm gonna shoot you guys to Perry the Pig. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow. More Path of Exile 2 discussion. It'll be good. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a giant patch. Biggest patch of Path of Exile 2 yet, guys. Right? See you tomorrow night. Have a good one, guys.
Take some teeth in.